Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to my old crappy logo. Oh, nowhere near as good as my current logo that I'm using. But yes, welcome to the inaugural episode of a new series on my channel that's gonna be kind of intermittent. And that series is Kottabos Developer Vlog. Now, what this is basically is my way of sharing some of the games that I have made in the past and the games I hope to make in the future with all of you. Now, besides playing games, a hobby of mine for a long time has been making them. But a big problem with it being just that hobby is most of the games I've made I never actually finished because I'd get about halfway through it, get bored, and move on to something else. A little while ago, about a year ago or so, I decided that I wanted to actually start releasing some games to the public. Not for profit or anything like that. I just want to put some games out there that hopefully people will enjoy. That's all I really want. I want to make people have fun, enjoy themselves. And so 9 months ago, I released my first game that I had started and worked on all the way to finishing it up with the express intent of releasing it to the public, and that is this, Testa Orbis, which is Latin and roughly translates to Shard Orb. I gotta use that degree in archaeology and classics some point. So, yeah, I like to throw in Latin every now and then. I mean, heck, the name of my channel, Kottabos Games, is a Greek word. So, yes, went with the Latin for the name. And basically, the crappy little background story for this game is that you are a pilot of a Testa Orbis, well, Shard Orb, at the Testa Orbis laboratories, and you're collecting the leftover shards from the experiments. And yeah, it's a very simple game. It's an arcade-style rollerball game. In total, there are 35 levels, which on the level select here, you can see a lot of them are question marked out because, well, I released this game 9 months ago, and I bought this computer 6 months ago, and I haven't played this game on this computer, so I had to go through these levels again. Well, in actuality, I went to 5 and then cheated my way through the rest, because I made the game. I know how to do it. So, yeah. But on the level select, you can see when you have unlocked a new level, it'll go from these question marks to the level name, and you get a nice little picture over here, and your best time displayed here at the bottom, right above the play button to jump in, or you could just hit the play button here, and that starts you at level 1. We also do have a basic option menu here. Now, I did not make controls rebindable in this game because, well, it's a simple rollerball game. You go in 4 directions, so I gave you WASD and the arrow keys, hoping that would be good enough. It may not be, but hey, it's a free arcade game. That's my excuse, at least. And, of course, volume slider, so you can turn the music off if you want, or all the way up. And some basic graphic options of just turning it up or down, and I like having the scene in the background so that you can actually see how the graphics are changing. Now, even on fantastic quality, this is not a very demanding game. I'm currently getting 100 frames, and I don't have that great of a computer. So, yeah, it's certainly not demanding, as you can probably tell. Of course, we've got credits here, the wonderful people who helped me on this game, providing with some textures and music and things like that. But yeah, let's jump into the game real quick. And, well, first, I didn't really explain this entirely well. When I released this 9 months ago, my original plan for this game was to put it out there to the public and basically to see how that would go and what you needed to do to get it out there and get people to see it. And a big thing I wanted from that initial release was a lot of suggestions and feedback on the game so that I could make it better. As like I said, this was the first game I had ever released to the public. I wanted to improve it and make it as good as I could make a simple game like this. But unfortunately, a combination of work life and personal life became too manic that I was unable to complete my goal of improving this game. And so it's been sitting there for 9 months now, and things have calmed down. Life has found a lovely equilibrium, thanks in part to this channel. You know, it's really helped me sort of stay on track with some things, which has been good. And so I wanted to re-examine this first game, go back, get more feedback from all of you guys, and then continue to make this a better game, and then move on from there to make some of my other games better, and basically to become a better developer myself. Now, the biggest bit of feedback that I got, and I'll just jump into the first level, is the first couple of levels. Get the wonderful robotic voice. Now, as you can see, it's kind of a... Yeah, you don't want to drive it into the acid wash pools. So let's do it! Whee! Boom. I love that effect. But yes, as you can see, it's kind of a big sprawling level, probably not the best introduction to the game. Not exactly a forgiving or welcoming tutorial of sorts, which was by far the biggest complaint that I had on the game. And something I never even thought about, because, well, I built every level in this game, all 35 of them, by hand. And so I know them all, you know, left to right, front to back, in every direction in between. And so I never thought of them as difficult, but yeah, when you run through these levels a few hundred times while testing them, yeah, you kind of get used to them. So I never caught that, and that is the first thing I want to go back and fix on this game, is to not get rid of these levels, because I do think that they are nice and challenging and can... Whoop! And I fell in the acid. It would help to pay attention when you're trying to move around on these platforms. But yeah, I don't want to get rid of these levels, because I do like them. They're good levels. They're nice and challenging. But I do need to add some better introductory levels. So my plan is to add an additional 5 levels to the game to serve as the tutorial and make them much simpler, much quicker, because even on my best time on this level, I can do it in about 2 minutes. So, for a casual arcade game, probably not the best introduction. So yeah, that is the first thing I really wanted to go back and fix in the game, and back into the acid. Yes, I say that I know them front and back, left and right, but then again, I also haven't played this in a long time. So even I don't really know the levels all that well anymore, and certainly realize I need to make some better intro levels. But let's head back to the main menu and check out... Of course, it's a rollerball game. You don't want to just be rolling around on platforms. You need sort of power-ups or different kinds of platforms that do things. So, like this one, the green ones bounce you with a wonderful little springing noise. These are the first power-up or special platform that you encounter in the game. And they bounce you across gaps, which is fun. I like them. And bounce. And yeah, a simple little special platform, but a good one, a fairly standard one, and helps make for some interesting puzzles down the road. But yeah, let's move on to the next special platform. Back to the menu. These ones are the ones that you actually see in the menu scene, and they are steam vents that shoot you up, so that you can move up to higher platforms. Whoop. And in the acid. And to the next. After the steam vents, you get my personal favorite one of these special platforms, and that's the accelerators. Whoop, there we go. The fun one is with these, I have them later on in the game where different accelerators will be at like different amounts of power. So some of them will shoot you all the way across the level, others across just short gaps. But they're quite fun, I love them. Plus I really like the whoosh sound that I put for them. Basic special platform, but a fun one, and as I said, my personal favorite. But into the acid! Though that's my favorite thing in the game. I was very, very proud when I figured out that whole exploding thing. Oh, it's a simple thing, but a good one. And the final special platform is, well, moving platforms. So you just have them of varying sizes and directions and movement patterns that you can use to go around and collect shards that are suspended in the air somehow. I don't know exactly how they are, but they are there. And yeah, they are the last special platform that you get in the game. So there are only 4, but I didn't want to make things too confusing. But where it gets fun is as you go along in the game, you start getting them in different combinations. So after the 5th level, 6 through 10, you start getting them in combinations of 2. So like this one in particular is a mix of the steam vents and the moving platforms. And as you go along the game, you get increasing numbers. Once you hit the 20 mark, or actually before that, I think it's 16, you start getting all 4 special platforms together in one. Level, woo, acid. And yeah, as you go along, not only do you get additional special platforms, but the levels get more and more complicated up until the final level, which currently is 30, eventually will be 35. It's interesting and quite the puzzle to actually get through them all, though some things are a little cheaty, such as these bouncing platforms here and here, which you can actually bounce backwards off of them with how they're placed. Whoop! If you do it right. Or you fall into the acid. But I always like this. It's like bounce and bounce. Don't remember if you can pick up enough speed to get those. I don't think so. Nope. But yeah, it's a basic game, an arcade game, but one that I was really proud of, as it is, again, my first game to the public. And you can play this right now on woogly.com completely for free. The link will be in the description so you can take a look at it. And I would really love any suggestions or feedback that you might have about the game so that I can make it better. And eventually, hopefully, even release it on mobile platforms. It's still for free, because hey, it's my first game. I just want to put it out there. And as for this series, the first 2 episodes, this one and the next, are going to be the arcade games that I was able to release to the public all those months ago now, and looking to you guys for suggestions and feedback on how I could make them better to truly finish them and actually say that they are properly released. And then I'm going to start showing you a game that I've been working on recently that I haven't finished quite yet, that I would like to bring you all in on the production of the game, and it is a horror game that I've been wanting to make for a while, and I cannot wait to show what I have so far for the game to you all and get feedback on that. And then after that, it's going to be a pretty intermittent series. Basically just, I'll make an episode when I have something fun to share with you guys. It's certainly not going to be regular, but I wanted to share this and show you guys some of the stuff I've made. And as I said, get feedback on it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and that you do enjoy this game. Again, link in the description to where you can go and play it for free. Of course, it's my first game, I'm not going to charge you for it. And I do hope that you have some great suggestions for me. And of course that you come back for the next episode where I'll show you my second released game, which was another casual arcade style game. And of course, as always, my friends, have a good one.